Dark secrets, twisted minds, unsolved mysteries. The world is full of stories that send shivers down your spine, cases that leave behind more questions than answers, and crimes so chilling they defy belief. Here, we dive deep into the shadows, uncovering the shocking details, the hidden motives, and the search for justice. From the infamous to the forgotten, we leave no stone unturned. Welcome to Shadowed Mysteries, where the truth is darker than fiction. Are you ready to enter the mind of a killer? Subscribe now and step into the world of true crime like never before. Steven Stayner was just 7 years old when his life took an unexpected and heartbreaking turn. Born on April 18, 1965, in Merced, California, he was the third of 5 children in the Stayner family. His childhood was simple, filled with school, friends, and the warmth of a loving home. But on December 4th, 1972, everything changed. That afternoon, while walking home from school, Steven was approached by 2 men, Kenneth Parnell and Edward Murphy. Murphy, following Parnell's instructions, told Steven that his parents had given them permission to take him home. Trusting the adults, Steven got into the car, unaware that he was being taken far away from the life he knew. Parnell, who had planned the kidnapping, told Steven that his family no longer wanted him and that he would now live with him instead. To a young child, these words were confusing and painful, but without a way to contact his parents, Steven had no choice but to accept what he was told. Parnell gave him a new name, Dennis Parnell, and moved frequently, making sure Steven was never in one place long enough to raise suspicion. Despite everything, Steven attended school and tried to adjust to this new life, but deep down, he never forgot his real family. As the years passed, Steven grew older and began to question what had happened to him. By the time he was 14, he had spent more than half his life in a situation he never chose. Then, in 1980, Parnell brought home another young boy, 5-year-old Timothy White. Seeing Timothy so scared and confused, Steven knew he couldn't let him go through the same experience. He made a brave decision. He was going to escape and take Timothy with him. On the night of March 1st, 1980, Steven led Timothy away from the house. The two walked for miles along dark roads, with Steven determined to get Timothy to safety. Eventually, they arrived at a police station in Ukiah, California. Exhausted but determined, Steven told the officer at the desk, "My name is Steven. I think I have been missing for 7 years." The police quickly identified him, and within hours, news spread across the country. Steven Stayner had been found. His family, who had spent years searching and hoping, was overjoyed to have him back. But coming home wasn't easy. After spending so much time living a different life, Steven struggled to adjust. He had to relearn what it meant to be part of his family, and his parents, overwhelmed with emotions, weren't sure how to help him. His older brother, Cary Stayner, who had also been deeply affected by Steven's disappearance, became more withdrawn. Despite the challenges, Steven was determined to move forward. He became an advocate for missing children, speaking out about his experience and helping to raise awareness. He later married and had 2 children, building the life he had always wanted. But just as he was finding happiness, tragedy struck. In 1989, at the age of 24, Steven was involved in a motorcycle accident that took his life. The news was heartbreaking. After everything he had been through, his story ended far too soon. His family and the world mourned the loss of a man who had shown such incredible strength and courage. But the Stayner family's story did not end there. 10 years later, in 1999, Steven's older brother, Cary Stayner, was arrested for crimes that shocked the nation. The contrast between the two brothers was tragic. One had endured hardship and fought to protect others, while the other became known for reasons far different. Steven Stayner's story is one of resilience, bravery, and selflessness. Though his life was filled with challenges, he never lost his ability to care for others. He saved a child, found his way back home, and shared his story in hopes of helping others. His life may have been short, but his legacy lives on, reminding us all of the strength of the human spirit